In this episode of Sailing Trinity, we leave Charleston, South Carolina. We have a 2-day cruise, stopping in McClellanville, and finally ending in our final destination, Little River. It's Monday morning. We are halfway through our journey at the Charleston Marina. And this morning the Garmin wasn't working, and the depth finder wasn't working, so we have a mechanic here. It looks like fun, doesn't it? He's now in the engine room checking out the engine. Could be a long day.
This morning we were going to leave dock. It's about 6:30. So I came out and started the engine. She fired off great. Turned on the electronics, and suddenly we just got lots of alarms. The Raymarine would not display anything. It was just alarming. So luckily there's a Charleston City Harbor boatyard here at the marina. They were there, spoke with them, and they sent Jonathan down. We've taken everything apart from the instruments. Nothing appears to be a problem. They're working again, and I removed the fuse to check the fuse before he got here, and he thinks that could have reset things. But he did find a loose connection inside the box, and so he made an adjustment there. And now what's going on is the tachometer is not registering, and it worked great until this morning. And so the tachometer is not critical. We can run the boat without having the tach. It's just nice to know. And since he's here, he offered to check it for us. And he also gave a once over to the engine to make sure that it looked okay to him as far as safety and soundness for us to finish the journey. So that's where we are, just waiting for him to troubleshoot the tach.
All right.
Appreciate it.
It's a long Charleston. After a long morning delay, we're finally on the way.
We're underway, finally. Left at about 11. Jonathan with the Charleston City boatyard came by and checked things. It was not our instruments. The instruments were alarming because they were not receiving enough voltage. So we checked the alternator, and there was a wire broken away from the alternator. So initially he thought he was going to have to pull the alternator, bench test it, and do a day's worth of work. But he found the wire, replaced the connection, got it back to going, and we're charging it just 13 volts. A little bit less than ideal, but not so much that we're going to inhibit us. So it's just another box in the to-do list to add when we get home. So all is well, and we're making our way across the Charleston Harbor now.
So because it's a President's Day, it's a holiday, the swing bridge that we're approaching is only opening on the hour every hour instead of being able to call ahead and asking for a spot. They said their next opening is at 12 o'clock and that we won't be able to make it. That's the bridge. And it's 12:01.
We have to be there at 12, so we have to wait now.
Oh, I thought they were going to open it on the hour every hour.
Only when someone's there on the hour. Isn't that funny?
Well, that's not right. We're anchoring and patiently waiting for an hour.
Captain Bryant has run aground. We are at dead low tide, and at mile marker, well, what it is, but marker 40 on the ICW, almost to McClellanville. That's where we're going to stay for tonight. We're probably 20 minutes from our dock, and we are stuck in the mud. I just called Pascal at Leland Oil Company. That's where we're staying. And he said, no problem. You'll get some water here shortly. And to call him anytime and he'd help us dock. So hopefully we'll get some water to float us out of here and make our way to the dock tonight. Our sounder's reading 0.
There could be worse places to be stuck. It's gorgeous out here.
Yeah, here you go.
Today is Tuesday. Oh, it's 2/22/22.
2/22/22. Some kind of vortex.
What vortex have we got here?
We have been in a vortex. So last night as we were coming in the dark after running aground twice, I heard the fan hitting the bracket again, just like you know. And I was gonna get up this morning and adjust the belt. So I came down here to check it and I saw this. And I was like, oh no, what's happened? Then I looked and saw the bolt was gone. I was like, oh, the bolt came out. That's easy enough. And the bolt was on the floor and the spacer was in the bilge. And so, great. So I put the bolt back in, tried to insert it. It wouldn't go. Then I found out the bolt's supposed to go there. And that is the end of the bolt inside the block. So the bolt broke off in the block due to excessive vibration and all the rigging that the prior owners have done. The great infamous Chandler, the dock hand last night, who helped us dock in the dark, is up before sunrise as we are doing his thing, and he came by and checked it, and he thinks he has a tap set that will get us sailing again. He said if he can't tap it and get that, then he will get us rigged up so we can make it home. So that's where we are.
I thought I'd show you guys the shower at the McClellanville Marina. If you wanted to wash yourself, you could do so with a little bit of Dawn. Yeah, so yeah, it's a hard pass for me.
Okay, Chandler came in this morning. We saw him right before 7, and he had a self-tapping bolt. It went into the bottom bolt hole. There's the broken bolt. Actually, it's a better fit. The belt is tighter. And looks like we're gonna be able to make it home with no problem.
No more running aground.
No more issues. Getting home tonight.
Got the part fixed. Thank you, Chandler.
Turns out Chandler is a well-known, all-about-town fix-it man whose family owned this dock and owned a big part of McClellanville. I knew he was the town fix-it guru helper, which he was. He took me to the ATM in the only gas station in town where there is no hardware store, no parts store, no nothing.
It's 8 o'clock, by the way.
It's 8 o'clock. 3 restaurants in town, that's it. And he was definitely a blessing. We would have had to have left Trinity. She asked us not to leave her here. But as I said earlier, we are faithful, walking towards the destination, not knowing how. We'll get there, but we know it's going to happen.
This is what 222 on 222.
All right.
Looks like
222 on 222.
Yep.
All right.
Woo! We just cruised through a pod of dolphins. There must have been 15 to 20 of them. And they were swimming alongside the boat at about 8 knots. Some were swimming alongside Brian, and I thought I had hit record on the camera. And I was talking away, enjoying it, but of course I didn't hit record, so I missed it. We left McClellanville this morning at 8, and we're cruising maybe possibly 8 to 10 hours today. Trying to get home to Little River.
We're motor sailing now. We are past Georgetown, past Pawleys Island, making our way to home. And we have the Genoa up again. We had a great steady breeze from the south, 10 to 15 miles an hour. Looks like gusting to 20 or so. And we're making roughly 8 knots most of the time. I think we're averaging just over 7 knots for the trip. We are really pressing to get home and really pushing the boat. She's responding well. She's ready to get home too. This is one of the most beautiful sections of the ICW between Georgetown and Sockasty. So bald eagle number 5, as soon as, oh yeah, you really can't see it. It's right there, hidden up in the tree. Man, she's got eagle eyes for bald eagles. Number 5. There's an osprey nest. Something interesting that we just noticed is the water line on the trees. I don't know if you can see, it looks like maybe 8 feet from the water. It's darker, then it's lighter. That's, I guess, how deep this river gets when it's at full flood or flooded. Pretty cool to see that water line.
And there we go. One step closer to home.
Sockasty, Swing Bridge, Trinity's all clear. So we are close to home. That is United landing at Myrtle Beach Airport. I've been looking for this bridge for several days now. Glad to see it. Here we go. We got a couple feet. Water to mast is probably 52 feet. So this is the boathouse. Looks like it's the place to be. And this is off of 501, Treasure Island, medieval times. Some attractions are here. That's the Treasure Hunter. This is the Highway 501 bridge going into Myrtle Beach from Conway. It's supposed to be 65 feet high. We have a mast height of around 50 feet. If I drop the camera, you know what happened. All right. We got a few feet up there.
Oh, we are in North Myrtle Beach right now. The Navionics map still has us not getting in for another 2 hours. If I was in a vehicle, like a car, I could be home in 10 minutes.
That's the Barefoot Queen. Look at that. The Barefoot Queen. We are nearing the house. Expected arrival in 40 minutes. So we have made it to the North Myrtle Beach area right now. Over that levee is the North Myrtle Beach Municipal Airport, and we are coming up the ICW, and it is low tide, very narrow because of the low tide. Depth is still good at 12 feet. It is 5:20 in the afternoon, and sun is setting, so this may be our last video because of low light conditions. And here we are at the Robert Edge Parkway. This parkway connects Highway 31 to Highway 17, and if you continue on Robert Edge, you will go right into Main Street, North Myrtle Beach, the world famous Ocean Drive shag capital of the world. Captain Archie's swing bridge just opened for us, and if you take a right on Captain Archie's swing bridge, drive to the ocean, which is 2 miles to the right, turn left in a few blocks, that's our house. We are home. We have about 17 minutes before we're supposed to be at dock. Our calculated ETA is 6:03 based on our speed. We've been holding roughly 8 knots for over an hour and a half, and we have had great winds, great tides, great currents to make it here before dark. We are soon to be docking Trinity at her new home. Captain Robin says, sunset. There's that. And there is Captain Archie's at Cherry Grove Marina. Captain Archie is a local legend around here. The bridge was named after him. This restaurant, long-time captain here in the area. Sunset tonight is 6:04. Our ETA home is 6:03. Well, it's 6:03 to 6:04.
We nailed it.
We nailed it. Praying that we would have sunlight to dock and asking the unemployed angels to give us some pushes and take some tide and give us some current, and we got it. So there's the sunset, and we nailed it.
This is so exciting.
Yes, it is.
The GoPro's dead, so I've set my phone up here. We're home.
The green buoy?
Yes.
All right.
You know, this marina is not on the chart. Just docked in our new dock. Didn't realize coming in that at low tide it was only going to be like 2 feet deep. But we made it. We made it home. This is Trinity's new home, and she is excited to be here, man. We were plowing through the mud. There was no stopping us. This is what she looks like in her home, her new home. I think I can see a smile. See it?